The sun is sitting in my cup like it paid rent for the table. Pão com manteiga, knife mark, shiny morning, thick and capable. My neighbor's radio has a car full Samba through a broken wire. I hear her sandals on the stairs, chinelo, chinelo, a little fire. Bom dia, Dona Maria. She says it like a cigarette. Not sweet, not soft, just warm enough for a day that isn't ready yet. The kitchen smells like garlic skin, coffee grounds, and wet stone. A fly draws circles near the sink like it knows this house alone. Rua clara, roupa no varal, white shirts moving without shame. A child is yelling, "Mamãe," below, then laughing before she came. I put my hand against the tile, cold square under golden air. Meu corpo fala baixo hoje, but it says enough from there. Sol no copo, boca sem pressa. A rua ferve, mas não atravessa. Sol no copo, vento no chão. Meu domingo tem voz de contramão. At 10 the market opens wide, tomato red, papaya gold. A man sells lemons like advice, sharp, cheap and slightly old. Olha o limão, olha a banana, his voice bends over the heat. A woman laughs with missing teeth and makes the morning complete. This is not the pretty Brazil, no postcard, no perfect blue. Just oil in the pan, dust on the fan, and a song passing through. Meu amor once left a shirt here, green collar, salt in the seam. I use it now to clean the counter. Some endings work like steam. Não choro, não celebro. I let the onions do their thing. The knife taps wood in little threes, and the bass line starts to swing. A bus exhales at the corner. The whole block answers in keys. A door, a spoon, a dog, a broom. Tudo canta sem pedir. Sol no copo, boca sem pressa. A rua ferve, mas não atravessa. Sol no copo, vento no chão. Meu domingo tem voz de contramão. By noon my shadow gets shorter, like it's tired of being long. Rice steam climbs the kitchen wall and stays there like a song. Nada grande, nada sun, just a day with open knees. A glass sweating on the table and the slow talk of the breeze. Coração de panela velha, still warm after the flame. I hum low into the sunlight and it answers without name. The woman downstairs starts singing, not loud, not clean, not young. Voice like wood, voice like coffee, voice with weather in the tongue. Ela canta sem beleza, that's why I turn it up. Some songs don't need a window, they just enter through the cup. Só no copo, chão morno, my room, my street, my skin. The afternoon knocks twice outside, but I don't let it in. Sun lands inside the coffee cup, a small ghost circle shaking. Bone that shopper, butter stripes, the kitchen tile is waking. A woman downstairs says, "Calma, but not to me, to the dog. The blue gate opens with a cough. The street exhales its fog. My shirt on the chair has kept the shape of yesterday's heat, and somebody's radio leaks between the mangoes in the street. Bon Gia from a plastic bag swinging on a neighbor's wrist. 3 oranges roll in the sink like planets with nothing to fix. The fan cuts the room in halves, left side warm, right side sweet. I hear chanelos on the stairs, slap, pause, slap, repeat. Não é pressa, não é paz, it's just the hour turning round. The rice steam climbing up the wall, bass coming through the ground. Sol no copo, vento no lençol. Meu corpo sabe antes do farol. Sol no copo, rua devagar. Amanhã mastiga o açúcar do ar. At 11 the market gets louder, but the sky stays clean and wide. A boy counts coins by color, a vendor laughs from the side. Olha o mamão, olha o limão, sharp voice, warm hand. The day is not a postcard, it's a pen, a broom, a stand. I don't name what I'm feeling, I let the table hold it. Half a lime, 2 wet spoons, a song too old to fold it. My mother would call this weather good for washing heavy things, sheets, hair, memories, silver rings. Mas hoje eu não lavo nada, I leave the bucket blue. The sunlight does its own work, crossing the room without a clue. A motorcycle fades uphill, a church bell misses one note. Someone fries garlic nearby, and the whole block gets a throat. Sol no copo, vento no lençol. Meu corpo sabe antes do farol. Sol no copo, rua devagar. Amanhã mastiga o açúcar do ar. By noon the shadow under the chair turns thin as a guitar string. The city keeps chewing softly on every ordinary thing. Nada grande acontece, that's why I stay with it. A glass sweating on the table, a groove with dust in it. Coração de domingo, low voice, open door. The sun doesn't ask for meaning, it just falls on the floor. The river shines like cooking oil under the bridge at 2:30. A plastic chair, a yellow wall, a fan that cuts the heat in two. Dona Lúcia sells água gelada with coins inside her palm. Her voice is cracked but never weak, like thunder learning to become. Recife sweats through every window, blue cloth, red brick, green door. A boy drags sandals on the pavement like he's drawing beats across the floor. I keep my coffee in a glass, too hot, too black, too late. The spoon goes clink, the dog goes quiet, the sun leans on the plate. Minha filha fecha a janela, the neighbor says below. But I like the river smell coming in, mud, salt, diesel, mango. My throat is not made of sugar, it is burnt clay, smoke and chão. I sing from the part of the body that remembers before the coração. Ponte de calor, rio no olhar. Minha voz velha não quer se explicar. Ponte de calor, sombra no fogão. O dia dia passa torto dentro da minha mão. At the market fish eyes shine, silver moons on chipped ice. A woman cuts cilantro fast, like she's settling old advice. Olha o peixe, olha o coentro, someone laugh with no teeth. Every shout has a melody, every bargain has a grief. I buy 2 limes and nothing else, but carry home the whole street. Palm sweat, paper bag, hot wind, dust kissing my feet. Meu amor like bridges, said they made a city sing, then crossed one without turning. Left me with a broken ring. I don't wear it, I don't throw it. It sleeps inside a tin with buttons, keys, and receipts from places I have been. Não é tristeza, ferrugem. Rust knows how to stay. It colors what you touch, then calls it another day. Ponte de calor, rio no olhar. Minha voz velha não quer se explicar. Ponte de calor, sombra no fogão. O dia passa torto dentro da minha mão. By 3, the bridge gets white. The cars become a slow parade. A man sells coconuts in silence with a knife that lost its shade. I hear a drum from somewhere far, not enough to make me dance, just enough to loosen one bone, just enough to change my stance. Minha voz desce pelo copo, past the coffee, past the lime. It doesn't shine, it doesn't beg, it sits heavy inside the time. Let the young girl sing like windows, open, bright and clean. I sing like an old blue stove with fire underneath. Meu canto tem panela, tem ponte, tem sal, tem dor. It has river mud on Sunday and lipstick from the store. The afternoon folds slowly over tile, sweat and bread. I hum low into the heat, and the river hums back instead. The river smells like iron and fruit, brown light under the noon. A fish scale sticks to the market floor, shining like a broken moon. Don Irene sells acai in a bowl dark as her hair. She calls me minha filha, though I've got gray everywhere. Belém is sweating through the walls, mango skin, diesel rain. The sky's blue but heavy, like it still remembers pain. I carry shrimp in a plastic bag, 2 limes, and old newspaper. The fan at home goes clack again, like gossip turning later. Minha voz acorda rouca, not from sadness, from the heat, from saying too much in kitchens, from singing under teeth. A boy beats rhythm on a crate, 3 taps, then 1 more slow. I hear the bass before the song, I hear the mud below. Ver o peso, peso no ar. Minha voz velha não sabe brilhar. Ver o peso, rio no chão. Meu canto desce dentro do fogão. And when the market gets thicker, coriander, sweat, and peixe frito. A woman counts change with her thumb and whispers, bonito, bonito. Nothing here is delicate, everything has a stain. Even the sunlight has elbows, even the fruit knows rain. I buy farinha from a man with silver on his chin. He says the day is generous, yes, I say, depende sim. Meu amor like sweet coffee. I like mine almost cruel. He said I made the house too quiet, then left it like a fool. I kept his yellow lighter, though I stopped smoking in May. Some objects do not love you, they just refuse to go away. Não chamo isso tristeza, it is not that soft or clean. It is a chair with one bad leg still standing in the scene. Ver o peso, peso no ar. Minha voz velha não sabe brilhar. Ver o peso, rio no chão. Meu canto desce dentro do fogão. Bye to the rain, thinks about falling, but the sun says not today. A dog sleeps under the table with one ear turned away. The old radio loses signal, then catches a woman's voice. She sings like burnt sugar, like age became a choice. Minha garganta tem mercado, tem barro, tem limão. It has river under the tongue and pepper in the coração. Let the young girl sing like glass, clear, high, easy, new. I sing like a wooden boat with weather passing through. Meu canto não tem pressa, meu canto não tem flor. It has a knife, a fan, a stain, an afternoon color. Ver o peso, fecha a tarde. Leave my window half undone. I hung low into the kitchen, and the river takes the sun. Salt on the balcony rail, white towel breathing in the sun. A spoon sleeps inside the sink, like work that already won. Dona Maria downstairs says, menino, fecha o portão. Her voice has sand in the corners and oil in the palm. The sea is not in front of me, but it climbs through every street. Blue smell, hot wall, dust sticking to my feet. I hear a radio from the shop, old empty beer with a broken side. Someone laughs, someone coughs, someone sells spaceship fried. Olha o coco, olha a água. The man sings under his hat. His shadow's short and stubborn like a cat that won't come back. Meu corpo sabe o calor before I give it a name. The day leans on my shoulder with no hurry and no shame. Dona Maré sopra no quintal, minha voz desce pela rua de sal. Dona Maré, sol no azulejo, eu canto baixo pra caber no desejo. At the corner, two old women talk with their hands in the air. One says ox like thunder, one fixes her silver hair. A boy kicks a bottle cap past the church, past the wall. The bottle cap shines once, then disappears from us all. I am not waiting for evening, I am not asking for rain. I just cut lime on the table and let the knife remember my name. Meu amor was from Bahia, or maybe he only lied. He danced like a locked door and left like changing tide. I don't keep his photograph, I keep the cup he broke. The blue one with a missing lip. where the sugar used to smoke. Não chamo isso saudade, I call it dust in the fan. Some things stay in the room because nobody tells them they can. Dona Maré sopra no quintal, minha voz desce pela rua de sal. Dona Maré, sol no azulejo, eu canto baixo pra caber no desejo. By two, the street gets sleepy, but the drums stay in the stone. Not loud enough for dancing, just enough to move the bone. Acarajé oil in the distance, garlic, palm and heat. A woman hums while counting coins with the rhythm of her teeth. Minha voz não sobe muito, it was never built to fly. It walks barefoot through the kitchen and comes back smelling like sky. Let the pretty girls sing silver, let the boys sing clean and high. I have smoke under the honey and a little rust behind the eye. Dona Maré, dona do vento, keep my window half awake. The afternoon is thick and yellow like a cake I forgot to bake. I sing low into the sunlight. No prayer, no parade, just a woman, one more Sunday, and the salt that never fades. I drink my coffee sem açúcar, black as the pan on the stove. The sun comes in without manners, putting gold on everything old. Meu joelho clicks in the kitchen, the chair complains when I sit. A pigeon walks on the window ledge like he owns half of it. Dona Célia laughs downstairs, roupa branca no varal. Her voice is rough from many years and still it cuts the afternoon well. I don't sing pretty anymore, I sing low, I sing near, like a spoon against a glass, like oil waking in the heat. Or radio says domingo, then forgets what comes next. Someone fries onion in the building, someone's baby loses breath. Meu amor left in December with a shirt and no goodbye. I use his name for nothing now, not even when I cry. Café sem açúcar, sol na minha mão. Minha voz é velha, mas não pede perdão. Café sem açúcar, rua sem sinal. Meu peito faz samba devagar, desigual. At noon the market gets louder. Tomato, mango, peixe, flor. A man sells lemons like secrets, 3 for $5, maybe more. Olha a banana, olha o limão. He sings with a broken grin. Every price has a rhythm, every basket has a sin. I buy coriander and silence, 2 limes, 1 cheap bone. The boy at the stall calls me tia. I say, melhor que solidão. The fan turns slow above me, making circles out of air. I keep one window open for the city to sit there. Não sou triste, não sou santa, I am just still here, with rice steam on the wall and sunlight behind my ear. A dog barks twice at nothing, a bus groans up the hill. The whole block has a heartbeat, rough, lazy, warm, real. Café sem açúcar, sol na minha mão. Minha voz é velha, mas não pede perdão. Café sem açúcar, rua sem sinal. Meu peito faz samba devagar, desigual. I hum while washing the knife, not a song, not a prayer, just something from my mother, still hiding in the air. Ela dizia, minha filha, life is rice, smoke and salt. You stir it, you burn it, you eat it, not your fault. By 3, the table is shining, the glass sweats through the heat. My throat keeps a little thunder, my foot keeps counting the beat. So let the young girls sing sweet, let them float above the floor. I have tiles under my heels and 40 summers in my door. Minha voz não é bonita, it is wood coffee chão. It knows the name of every stain in this old coração. Café sem açúcar, sun low on the wall. I sing because the room is full, even when no one calls. The wind comes in through the lunch bar, turning napkins on the plate. A glass of coffee sweats slowly beside beans, rice and late. Dona Marta wipes the counter with a cloth older than June. Her voice is gravel in the sugar and a knife mark in the tune. Porto Alegre leans sideways, dry light on the floor. Not tropical, not shining, just a chair near the door. I hear a fork hit ceramic, one note, then another one. Some men talk future bowls softly, like the game has already gone. Minha voz acorda baixa with farinha on the tongue. Not because the day is heavy, because I'm done singing young. A buzz breeze at the corner, a dog sleeps under the fan. The waiter says, pois não senhora, like he knows exactly who I am. Vento no prato, café sem clarão. Minha voz velha tem poeira no chão. Vento no prato, sol de quase inverno. Eu canto pouco, mas o pouco é eterno. At 1, the street gets quieter. The bakery smells like rain. Even with the sky all open, even with the blue so plain. A woman in a green dress counts coins under her breath. Dois pães, cigarro, and something she forgets. Nothing here performs for anyone. The city doesn't pose, it keeps its hands in pockets and its sadness in the clothes. Now I'm more like the south wind. Said it made his head feel clean, then left with my black umbrella on a Sunday in between. I don't miss him with drama, I miss him like a cup that sits too high on the shelf and gathers afternoon dust. No, I adore a novella, it is quieter than that. It is oil behind the stove, it is a chair where no one sat. Vento no prato, café sem clarão. Minha voz velha tem poeira no chão. Vento no prato, sol de quase inverno. Eu canto pouco, mas o pouco é eterno. By 2, the shadows get longer. Under tables, underneath, someone folds a newspaper with the patience of the trees. The radio plays a woman from another decade's smoke. Her note bends low and crooked like a door that never broke. Minha garganta tem esquina, tem frio, tem feijão. It has lipstick on a glass rim and pepper in the coração. Let the young girls sing like summer, let them bloom above the street. I sing like a southern kitchen with stone under the heat. Meu canto não tem brilho, meu canto não tem véu. It has wind inside the plate and dust under the cell. The afternoon stays seated, the bill waits by the spoon. I hum low into the counter, and the whole room hums in tune. The tram bell rings up the hill, thin metal in the yellow heat. A blue tile cracks by the doorway like a map nobody needs. Dona Vera leans outside with her elbows full of sun. She says, meu filho, fecha isso, then laughs before she's done. Rio is not shining here, it is peeling at the frame. Green paint, old rain, coffee steam, and a dog with no name. I put my cup on the windowsill. Black coffee, no design. The sugar jar has lost its lid, but the ants still walk in line. Minha voz acorda baixa, with dust behind the tongue. Not made for silver mornings, not made for staying young. A man downstairs is fixing chairs, hammer pause, hammer cough. Every little broken thing keeps singing when it's off. Azulejo azul, sol rachado no portão. Minha voz desce pelo morro devagar. Azulejo azul, café na contramão. Eu canto torto só pra casa respirar. At 2, the street gets sleepy, but the wires keep their hum. My shirt dries on a rusty nail. A mango bruises in the sun. Olha o mate, olha o biscoito. A boy calls from below. His voice is young and sharp. Mine answers old and low. I don't envy his bright throat. I had one long ago. I traded it for kitchen smoke and things I came to know. Meu amor, like Santa Teresa, said the hills forgive the weak. Then disappeared on a Tuesday with my lipstick on his cheek. I kept the chair he hated, the one with the crooked leg. Now it holds my clean laundry like it never heard him beg. Não é tristeza, minha filha. It's furniture, it's air. Some people leave the room, but keep sitting in the chair. Azulejo azul, sol rachado no portão. Minha voz desce pelo morro devagar. Azulejo azul, café na contramão. Eu canto torto só pra casa respirar. By 3, the tram goes quiet. The hill keeps breathing slow. A radio loses the station, then finds an older show. The singer on the radio has honey in her chest. I have pepper, clay, and smoke, and I like my way best. Minha garganta é rua antiga, with stones under the rain. It doesn't shine for tourists, it remembers every stain. Let the pretty girls sing water, let them sparkle, let them fly. I sing like a cracked blue tile, still holding half the sky. Meu canto tem subida, tem janela, tem feijão. It has Rio in the corners, but no postcard in the show. The afternoon turns orange on the wall beside my face. I hum low into the kitchen, and the hill hums back in place. The hills sit heavy in the window, like old women after lunch. Coffee stains inside the glass, spongy queijo, one more crunch. Dona Rosa on the balcony shakes a towel at the sun. Her voice comes down in gravel and the whole street comes undone. Belo Horizonte breeze low, not ocean, not parade. Just red dust on my sandal and a shadow drinking shade. I keep the radio half broken for the songs it cannot catch. A little MPB, a little static, a saint with a crooked match. Minha voz não sobe fácil, it stays close to the chão. Like beans inside the pot, like smoke behind the palm. A bus complains uphill, the engine clears its throat. Somebody whistles from a window, 3 notes, nothing wrote. Dona montanha pesa no quintal. Minha voz é pedra, mas ainda tem sal. Dona montanha, sol no corredor. Eu canto torto pra não perder calor. Head to the kitchen gets quieter. The knife sleeps by the lime. The table keeps a little flower, like a secret out of time. O trem bom, says the neighbor, with a laugh rough as a spoon. She calls every child menino, even when they're 42. There's a crack in the blue tile, shaped almost like a road. I touch it with one finger and remember what I owed. Meu amor was from nowhere, or maybe from every hill. He had dust inside his pockets and a mouth that wouldn't still. He left before the rain season, left a cup, a hat, a song. I don't curse him in the daytime, daylight makes anger too long. Não é saudade bonita, it's old bread, dry and plain. You chew it with your coffee and you start again. Dona montanha pesa no quintal. Minha voz é pedra, mas ainda tem sal. Dona montanha, sol no corredor. Eu canto torto pra não perder calor. By 3 the street turns amber. Children drag the afternoon. A dog sleeps under the doorway, dreaming under a broom. The fan goes clack, 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 like a tongue that lost its word. A church bell falls behind the beat, and nobody says they heard. I hum from my stomach, not my smile, not my face. Some songs live in the knees, some songs need no grace. Let the young girls sing like sugar, let them float above the room. hissing like burnt coffee left too long under the noon. Meu canto tem poeira, tem panela, tem carvão. It has hills inside the throat and a chair beside the fogão. The afternoon leans closer, soft gold on every scar. Dona Montanha closes her eyes and keeps the city where we are. The sky is too wide in Brasilia. It makes my coffee look small. White concrete catches the evening and throws it back on the wall. Dona Helena on the balcony waters plants that never bloom. Her voice comes low through the dry air like smoke entering a room. The city doesn't sweat today, it just holds its breath in gold. A bird cuts across the sunset, sharp, quiet, almost old. I put my glass on the railing, café preto, quase frio. The wind tastes like dust and orange and something from the vazio. Minha voz acorda lenta with a crack under the note. Not sad enough for crying, not clean enough to float. A bus moves far below me, small as a match in the street. The whole afternoon is ending without getting on its feet. Céu de concreto, sol no corrimão. Minha voz velha não pede direção. Céu de concreto, vento no olhar. Eu canto baixo pra tarde não quebrar. At 5 the buildings turn softer, though they never learn to bend. A woman folds a blue towel like she's folding up a friend. Boa tarde, says the doorman, with his keys against his palm. Every little metal sound turns golden, tired, calm. This is not the Brazil in postcards. No sea, no drum, no flower. Just a window, one old singer, and the slow weight of the hour. Meu amor, like clean cities, straight roads, open light. He said Brasilia had no corners for a woman to hide at night. He was wrong, claro que sim. There are corners in the chest. There are rooms inside the silence where even ghosts can rest. I don't keep his stories polished, I don't curse his name with fire. I let him sit with the dry wind until the wind gets tired. Céu de concreto, sol no corrimão. Minha voz velha não pede direção. Céu de concreto, vento no olhar. Eu canto baixo pra tarde não quebrar. By 6, the shadow gets longer. Then the table, then the day. My spoon lies still in the saucer like it has nothing left to say. A radio from the kitchen finds a song from 83. The singer bends one low note and leaves the rest to me. Minha garganta tem poeira, tem varanda, tem sinal. It has lipstick on the glass rim and silence after jornal. Let the young girls sing like morning. Let them shine before they know. I sing like late afternoon when the sun is getting low. Meu canto não tem pressa. Meu canto não tem céu azul. It has concrete in the body and warm dust in the soul. Céu de concreto fecha devagar. Leave one window still awake. I hum low into the evening, and the whole city starts to fade.